Ahead to move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the show. Once again, great to see you guys again. Haven't seen you since Friday morning, so it's been way too long. Like I said, getting off of the bachelor party weekend, and it is June 8th. That is the big day coming up, June 8th. And of course, I will be honeymooning 2 days after that. I won't tell you where I'm going, but you may see me in an upload or two. It won't be my priority, but you might see me in an upload or two with a very nice scenic background. But anyway, I just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans for Monday's NHL and MLB action. It's great to see you again. Missed you guys, so it is nice to see you on the page in the comments section. Now, if you're just joining us, you haven't seen me before, you're just getting familiar with the channel. We do free leans on this channel here, line movement, all that good stuff. I also have a website. It's patreon.com/BrockPage, and we do daily picks, a little bit more premium picks, games that I have action on, and I kind of reveal that on that Patreon site. It's a subscription-based site. Starts at $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of different tiers there and plenty of free content there as well. Like I said, we had a great weekend. Even though you didn't see my face on the YouTube channel, incognito, we did very, very well on our Patreon plays. So we're looking to keep that momentum going, and we're doing outstanding in the NHL. So patreon.com/BrockPage, that's my website. A lot of great stuff there. Link for that site is in the description section below. And obviously, if you're a patron of mine and you're currently watching me right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You certainly make it all worth it. Now let's go ahead and hop back into some more lines and personal leans. We do have a very short modified slate of MLB games. So we are going to go ahead and dive into that, beginning with Baltimore taking on the Yankees. And that will be a 6:35 Eastern Standard Time start at Yankee Stadium. Now the Yankees open the betting as the $1.95 favorite. Total opened at 9. And we are seeing a lot of movement on the money line in this matchup here. Not a whole lot of movement on the total, but we saw a 45-cent move toward New York, up to minus 240. So once again, the Yankees open $1.95, up to minus 240. Totals at 9. 65% of the consensus is leaning toward New York. 59% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Orioles are plus 220 on the money line on the road. The Yankees minus 120. Laying the 1.5. Now, Hess is projected on the bump for Baltimore. Losiga projected on the bump for the Yankees. Hess comes into this game with just a 1-4 record and a 5.51 ERA. Now, the Yankees on their side of things, they're 6-2 straight up in their last 8. They're also 4th in home hits allowed. And when it comes to the scoring, Baltimore is 75% to the under in their last 8 ball games. So with all that in mind, a little bit of an unorthodox play here, but I'm going to lean Yankees minus 1.5, getting the job done on the run line in the under 9 runs in that matchup there. Next game, Brewers Phillies. 7:05 Eastern first pitch at Citizens Bank Park in South Philly. Now, there is no line for this game. We're expecting some very adverse weather. We're expecting some very adverse weather in South Philly. So no line for this game at the moment. We do have some projected starters, though. We have Peralta for the Brewers, Nola for the Phils. Peralta does come into this game with a very high 6.75 ERA. Meanwhile, Nola for the Phils comes into this game with a 3-0 record. The Phillies are also very good at home. They're 14-7 at Citizens Bank Park this year. They're also 7-3 in their last 10 at any location. The Fightin' Phils rank 6th in home scoring. They're also 3rd in walks at home as well, doing very well, getting people on base and driving them in. Now, Milwaukee on their side of things, they are striking out a lot. And as a matter of fact, they are striking out 9.71 times per contest on average. So struggling at the plate there in certain spots, struggling to make contact at least. So with all that in mind, I think Philly should be able to pull this one out if they play it on their home turf. Give me Philadelphia winning this one outright by the final of 5-4. Next game, We have Houston taking on Detroit. That's going to be a 7:10 Eastern first pitch in Detroit. The Astros open the betting as the $1.45 favorite, total at 8.5. Now, we are seeing significant movement on both the money line and the total in this one. We saw a nickel move toward Houston when it comes to the money line. We also saw movement downward on the total, down to 8 flat. So once again, the Astros open $1.45 up to -150. Total open 8.5 down to 8 flat. 62% are leaning Houston, 58% shaded toward the over. Right now, Detroit is plus 135 on the money line. Houston plus $1.10 on the money line. We have Brad Peacock for Houston, Boyd for the Tigers. Peacock comes into this game with a 3-2 record. I think this one's a no-brainer. I like Houston all the way in this matchup here. I can't justifiably back the Tigers, even though they are at home. Give me Houston -150 in the under 8.5 in that game. Next matchup, the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Twins, and that is going to be a 7:40 Eastern first pitch, it looks like. What do we got there? 7:40 Eastern first pitch. Once again, Angels at Minnesota, 7:40 Eastern first pitch at the Twins. I like the Twins -140 and the under 9 runs in that matchup there. Next game, Cleveland Indians taking on the Chicago White Sox. Give me Cleveland -150 and the over 8.5 in that game. Next matchup, Pirates, Diamondbacks. 9:40 Eastern tip-off in that game. Arizona's opening the betting as the $1.60 favorite with the total at 9. And since those markets opened this one up, we're seeing a nickel fade of the Diamondbacks at home here. Nickel fade of the Diamondbacks at home here. We're also seeing movement downward on the total, down to 8.5. So once again, Arizona open $1.60, down to -155. Total open at 9, down to 8.5. 63% are leaning Arizona, 54% shaded toward the over. Right now, Pittsburgh is +140 on the money line. Arizona +120, laying the 1.5 on the run line. I think Pittsburgh's in a very, very good spot here. Not sure we're going to see a whole lot of runs, so I think Pittsburgh should be able to keep it within at least 2 runs in this matchup here. I like Pittsburgh on the road. Give me the Pirates +1.5, getting the job done on the run line, and the under 8.5 in that matchup there. All right, we are going to slide into our next and final game for the show. Like I said, very modified slate of Major League Baseball games. No basketball tonight, which is very disheartening. But anyway, we have Oakland taking on Seattle, and that'll be a 10:10 Eastern first pitch in the Marine Layer. I think it's in the Marine Layer. I just, for some reason, just really like that word, that terminology, the Marine Layer, the Marine Layer. But anyway, Seattle opened $1.20, total at 9. And since those markets opened this one up, not a whole lot of movement on the total. Pretty good two-way action there. Although we are seeing movement towards Seattle, nickel move toward the Mariners at home. Not real surprised there, although we do have maybe a Mike Fiers sighting coming off a no-hitter. But anyway, Seattle open 120 up to -125. Totals at 9. 52% are leaning Seattle, 51% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Athletics are +115 on the money line. Seattle plus $1.60 on the run line. Laying the 1.5 at home. We do have Mike Fiers projected on the bump for Oakland. Kikuchi projected on the bump for Seattle. Fiers is just 3-3 with a 5.48, even though he's coming off that historic no-hitter. I believe it was the 30th in history. But once again, Mike Fiers, despite coming off that very impressive no-hitter, just 3-3 with a 5.48 ERA. Kikuchi on the other side, 2-1 with a 3.54 ERA. Now, Oakland has been horrible on the road as of late. They've dropped 9 out of their last 10 when traveling, just 1-9 in their last 10 on the road. They're also 5-13 on the road overall for the year. So just really struggling away from Oakland. Once again, just winners in just 5 out of 18 away from home. Now, Oakland is second to last in road runs allowed on average, so teams just scoring a whole bunch on them. and they're also ranking dead last in hits allowed. So people getting runners on base, people driving them in. Oakland really giving up a whole lot of scoring. A couple more things to add about Oakland. They are winning just 36% of their games played at the current market price. And this one is very, very alarming if you're backing Oakland in this one. They're winning just 10% of their games as the official road underdog. So very disparaging stats for Oakland if you're backing them in this spot. It's going to be a tough one for you. But hey, every dog has its day. Everybody's live, especially before the first pitch. Now, Seattle on their side of things, they've been very good when favored. They're winning 67% of their games when favored. They're also winning 80% of their games, taking on teams under 460. And of course, when it comes to the total, Seattle is 80% to the over in their last 5, 7-1 to the over in their last 8, taking on Oakland if you're into historical trends. So with all that said and done, looks like I'm going to lean toward the home favorite in this matchup here. Not really a bad price point, pretty good value here. It's a little steep, but not egregious or unexpected for a home favorite in Major League Baseball. So with all that in mind, I'm going to lean Seattle minus 125 in the over 9 runs in that matchup there. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I'll once again remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/rockpage. Once again, we had a great weekend on Patreon, really cleaning house here. Very good record in several different categories. We do daily plays on that website. It is a membership-based website, and it begins at just $1.99 per month. But there is plenty of free content there as well, including my current record in many different categories. So once again, patreon.com/rockpage. Link is in the description section below. And of course, if you're a current patron of mine and you're watching me right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You most certainly make it all worth it. Guys, thank you for bearing with me over Bachelor Party weekend. Was unable to upload over the past couple of days, but we are back in the mix, back to getting to work, back to grinding, just for you so you can enjoy this free content daily, every day. I know for a lot of you, it's become a part of your daily routine, whether you're driving to work and you put it on in the shower. I know it's a part of your daily routine. I hate to break that up and not upload every single day. So it's great to be back and great to be part of your daily routine. So most importantly, thank you for watching today's program. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free information, this great free content. And as always, don't forget to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage.